Well, I'll tell you, Jim, this is a good game to watch. These teams are well drilled, and what I like, you can see the plays develop in the girls' game. You can see them setting up. You can see them moving around and just kind of setting up where they're going to go and where the ball's going to go. It doesn't look like street basketball. It looks like something planned. Now we're checking our statistician here to see what happened to the missing point. You know, for you folks at home, girls basketball years ago used to have one foul shooter. If a team was fouled, the same person shot all the foul shots. It didn't matter who was fouled.
Nice girl, our young statistician, Frank. I have her in class. She's a very bright young lady, JV basketball player, and stepped in to help us out in about the first 5 minutes. And as you well know, because we've tried to do this ourselves, keeping the stats is not the easiest job in the world. I remember last year having to do it at a girls' game by myself, and I almost went nuts trying to broadcast and do that also.
Well, Jim, I don't even know how you keep track of the names. These different teams come in here every time with 15 different players, and you have those names memorized in no time.
I told you, Frank, it's funny. In my childhood, I actually created a little game for myself down in the basement, following the teams around, you know. And so you would pass the ball around and say players' names, so this just comes like second nature. And it's actually a lot of fun. I don't know about you, but I really look forward to this coming along and helping us get through the winter. Okay, Norristown with the ball beginning the second quarter. It's Melissa Kelly with the ball over to Strakowski. Ball is stolen away by number 25, Groth. Groth on the fast break, going all the way in. She's got it. Makes the score 16-9. Ball comes over to Strakowski. Cross to DeSanto, into Munson. Good passing. Munson misses the layup. Off the ball, it's number 21. That's Melissa East. Sisters playing. There's Melissa East with the ball. She's got it.
You know, Jim, Boyertown has a pretty good shooting percentage. They haven't missed that many shots.
Comes Kelly. We're going to have a walk on Norristown.
Were they right?
Yeah,
I think so. 7:15 left here in the second period. Eagles down by 9. And the Eagles are going to have to start finding their shooting eyes. There goes the ball off of Melissa East's hands, out of bounds. Norristown will take over. Munson to inbound to Kelly. Here goes Kelly. Kelly underneath, finds Price, easy layup. Okay, and there's the second layup miss. That's actually a tough shot because she's left-handed and had to make the turn. Goes the ball to Miller. Miller launches from the corner, in and out. But underneath.
That rebounding again.
Yep. And nobody there on that rebound. There it is again. 41 Noonan, Jen Price. Possession arrow belongs to Boyertown. They will inbound. And it looks like one of the things Norristown may have to do, Frank, is wait for the Boyertown player to come down and then try to steal the ball away.
Yeah, it's like apparently we can't compete with them rebounding.
Topol goes back to Noonan. Norristown in a zone. Bounce pass goes out of bounds. Norristown to take over. This will be Munson and Kelly. Norristown's working out and getting some of those easy shots, but you do have to make them once you get them. Here comes Kelly. Kelly to DeSanto. DeSanto on the move around. She's got it. That's 6 for Tracy DeSanto. Nancy Strakowski with 4. Jessica Munson with 1 for the Eagles. Eagles trail by 7. Noonan with the ball. Norristown back into a man-for-man. It's Topol. Topol with the ball. Kelly all over. Kelly's a tough little defensive player, Frank.
Certainly is.
Ball thrown away against by Boyertown. That's what man-to-man pressure can get you.
I think Kelly might be the fastest one out there on the court.
Comes Kelly and Munson again. Kelly on the dribble. Kelly with the ball. On the move. Finds Munson cross court. Almost a steal. Munson goes. Foul is going to be on Topol, number 31 for Boyertown. Against Munson. It's not a shooting foul yet. Second foul on Topol, though. Munson will inbounds underneath the Eagles' basket. There goes the ball over to Kelly. Kelly in the corner coming out. Strakowski is high. It's into Price. Price is going to shoot a jump. Now, that's an interesting Hey, she shot that layup left-handed, Frank, and this time from the foul line, nice shot by Jen Price, her first bucket of the day, but she shot it right-handed. Munson with a steal. There goes the break. Topol on her. Topol knocks the ball away, but we're going to have a foul, and that's going to be...
But that's a good
Janet
foul,
Topol.
Jim, because she didn't let her get the shot off.
But it's also her third foul, I believe.
Is that
And I
right?
think, yeah, I think they're going to have to...
Did we ever find out about the missing point?
Apparently it's okay. Maybe it was us that they hadn't picked it up earlier. Here comes Strakowski, Kelly. Topol almost with her fourth foul. Very close. There's DeSanto with a long shot. Off the side of the rim. Rebound goes to Amber Miller. Miller gives it over to Topol. It's Miller, Topol, Groth, Noonan, and East. Shot no good. There's East. It's Melissa East, number 21. Gets her fourth point, and Boyertown goes back to a 7-point lead. Melissa Kelly out to Munson. Munson in the corner to DeSanto. DeSanto launches the jumper. Doesn't hit a thing. Here comes Melissa East with a rebound. Coming down on the dribble. Munson tries to cut her off. She moves around, still going. Bounce pass goes over to Groth. Groth goes outside the Topol. Kelly's all over. Back to East. East on the drive. Bounce pass goes over to Amber Miller. Short jumper. She's got it. Boyertown 22. Norristown 13. 4:35 left in the first half. Right out off the bench for Norristown. Number 35, Kristen East, off the bench again for Boyertown. And also, number 15, Christy Schellinger comes off. There's a steal. We're going to have a foul on DeSanto.
Jim, it seems to me that Boyertown is shooting perhaps over 50%.
I think
they
they're
haven't
probably
missed
well
that
over.
much.
I think you're right. I think they're well over 50%.
They have a phenomenal shooting average, especially if this is their first game of the season.
Timeout for the Norristown girls. Actually, though, Frank, you know, what is this? We're getting attacked from above here? Dennis Flynn is after us. We are not in a very safe position here. Frank, one thing I noticed a little bit, the Norristown girls looked a little discouraged here. Just watching, you can tell a lot by facial expressions. And there is a very smart timeout because they just looked like they would have been getting down on themselves. And Coach Kosh calls them over to the sidelines to give them a chance to regroup.
But you know, Jim, they're doing a lot of running out there without very much substitution. And for first game of the season, I mean, those girls are really hustling. Fortunately, they seem to be in great shape. But you know, as the boys team, the boys usually play 7 or 8 different people continuously, where the girls, it's the same ones out there going up and down that court.
Yeah, actually, really, you probably need 9 or 10. You know, you see at the pros sometime, 8-man rotations, but you're better with 9 or 10, particularly if you're going to use full court pressure. That's very trying on you. You know, offense doesn't tire you out like defense does. It's the
Oh, I
defense
know.
that really tires
And see,
you out.
that's what affects your shooting. When you're running and running and running, people say, well, how could somebody miss that layup? Well, making a layup when you're really beat is quite different than making one early in the game. Sometimes the muscles just don't go the way you want them to go.
Lardita Rideout comes back in, replacing Jessica Munson. Besides that, it's Price, Rideout, DeSanto, Kelly, and Strakowski for Norristown. Norristown back into a zone. Looks like it might be a 1-2. 1-2-2. Goes to almost a steal by DeSanto. Goes the ball. East goes underneath. There's the shot right there. Nice pass. That's Elka Groth. That's 6 for her and good ball movement by. There goes Strakowski with a
nice
3.
Shot. And Norristown is just being held to those outside shots.
8-point margin for Boyertown. 3:50 left, and that would do them a world of good to get a couple threes. Here comes the break. Kelly goes to Strakowski. No break, and Strakowski wisely slows up, gives out to Kelly. Doesn't look like Kelly wants to look for the shot, you know, Frank? The other girls are perfectly willing to shoot. You can certainly hear Coach Koch. Miller with the ball. There goes East. Off the thing, but underneath it's her sister, must be her sister. Kristen East. Ball control, turnaround jumper, no good. There comes Miller in, no good. Ball off the ball, still controlled. There's the 4th shot. There goes the 5th, and finally 35.
That was
Kristen
the
East.
6th shot.
6 shots.
That they scored on.
You
Jim.
can't give a team
That's
6
tough.
shots.
Yeah.
We're a smaller team, so the girls have to learn to box out. It's the only way you're going to be successful. Strakowski to Price on the move, in and out, right out with a rebound. We're going to have a foul. This will be Lardita right out, getting an offensive rebound. Foul is on Amber Miller, number 23.
Well, we're just having trouble competing with their rebounding. Look at that. They had took 5 shots at the basket and missed underneath, scored on the 6th one.
Off the Boyertown bench, Moser for Groth. The Boyertown coach using substitutes now pretty smartly, Frank. He's got 3 starters sitting down on the bench. If you can do that, that helps you. First shot by right out is up and good. Ball no good, rebound battle. DeSanto has it, shot up, partially blocked, right out, right back. She's got it. Lardita right out with her 3rd point, and we have a foul this time.
But Jim,
Foul
even
is on 35, Kristen East, and right back off the bench comes number 41, Angela Noonan.
But even when you could see there, when DeSanto went up for that shot, 2 of the Boyertown girls were up higher than she was, ready to block it. It's really tough competing with them in the rebounding.
That's East's 2nd shot. The Lady Eagles have closed to within 7. They're in the bonus situation. Lardita right out misses, battle for the boards. DeSanto gets it, bounce pass to right out to Price. Price with the jumper, got it. Norristown with a 5-point possession down there this time. 26-21. The 4th point for Price. There's Schellinger. Schellinger over to East, back to Schellinger. There goes the long shot, no good. Price for the rebound, knocks it out of bounds. That shot was from Angela Noonan. 2:28 left. Munson off the bench for Norristown, comes in to give DeSanto a rest. So far, Norristown's using a 6-man rotation. Boyertown's in an 8-man rotation. There's Miller. Miller out to Schellinger. Melissa Kelly playing her all over. There's Noonan, goes cross court. Kelly gets to Miller. Miller on the dribble. Norristown looks like they're in the zone. There goes the pass. Stolen by Strakowski. It's Kelly on the break. Kelly on the left-hand shot. No good. Battle for the board. Munson, ball is blocked, but I think she got hit with the body. It's going to be on number 45, Jennifer Moser.
But again, Jim, before that ball even left her hands for the shot, there were Boyertown hands all over.
And I believe
they are really
Moser's
tough to
foul.
rebound with.
And it'll be Jennifer Munson going out of line for 2. Jennifer, excuse me, why do I keep calling her Jennifer? Why do I keep calling her Jennifer? Jessica Munson. I have her in class. I ought to know. I think I'll get her to change her name next week. Remind me of this on Monday. Jessica's going to change her name to Jennifer so I get it right. Jessica's ready. She's going to be shooting 2. Shots up, in and out. Jessica's 1 for 3 on the foul line. Our 2 people on the camera, Frank, are 2 more students from the same class, Andy Bernheim and Erica Hall. And Andy's probably waving signals and making machete chops at me from in the back there. I'll have to watch out for this crew next week. Munson misses both. Here comes Amber Miller down with a dribble to Noonan. Coming down to the 2-minute mark and a half, and Frank, you'd like to see Norristown close this even more. Oh, foul's going to be called on right out, but I think she feels she made a good block.
Well, at least they aren't shooting yet.
Nope, next one will be the shooting foul. Here comes DeSanto back in for Norristown for Price. This makes us an even a little bit smaller team, but I'm not sure we lose anything rebounding-wise. Once again, a set play. The ball goes over to number 43, who is, there it is, just off the bench.
Shot.
Carrie Sudan.
I'll tell you, I just can't believe the shooting percentage they had.
That's the 9th girl they've used, too. Ball, Kelly controls. There goes the shot up. Kelly no good. Battle for the board. Looked like DeSanto over the back. Sudan battles to Miller. Miller finds East down court. East doesn't have anybody. Back to Schellinger. Schellinger to Sudan again. We're going to have a foul. Good ball movement on the part of Boyertown.
They had to foul her. As tall as she is, she would have put it right in. But you know, Jim, I find it hard to believe this is Boyertown's first game. I was told it was, but They haven't made too many mistakes.
Frank, these girls have been practicing, though, probably since November 1st.
Yeah.
And they may well have had several scrimmages. Plus, you know, these days, Frank, I know our team does, these girls are playing in summer leagues, a couple of summer leagues in some cases. So, you know, it's become almost an all-year-round sport for them. Jennifer Price back in for Rideout, and that's because Rideout quickly has picked up her third foul. And this again is Kerry Sudam. She's ready with a second shot. It's in. Boyertown back to an 8-point lead, 29-21. Under the 130 mark. It's Melissa Kelly with the ball over to Strakowski. Strakowski launches a three. She's got it. Strakowski now with 10. And she can shoot that three-pointer, Frank.
A couple more
back
of
to
those.
Five, ball is taken away.
Game.
Here comes Strakowski. On the move, slows it up over to Melissa Kelly. Melissa Kelly over to Strakowski, wanting her to look for the shot, but Boyertown's moved their zone out a little bit now. Back to Melissa Kelly, over to Tracy DeSanto. DeSanto launches the three, no good, and she has yet to find her eye. Here comes Noonan. Boyertown may opt to go for one shot. Amber Miller, back to Noonan. Noonan coming outside on the dribble, starts to move. Back to Amber Miller. Miller driving. Almost loses again. Foul was called on DeSanto.
I don't know about that one, Jim.
That's a foul that hurts too. That's a third foul on DeSanto.
Is that her third one?
Yeah, and it puts them in a 1-on-1 situation. So the Eagles have 2 of their 6 players with 3 fouls on them. And you don't want that kind of a situation.
Well, as you said before, this is what hurts you when you don't have an 8 or 9 man, or I should say 8 or 9 woman rotation.
He may be forced to go. You may have to do that. Sudan with a shot. She's got it. That's Amber Miller.
But see, the dilemma he has is the 5 girls out there haven't played together that much. It's like an all-new team.
Miller's got one. Rebound controlled by Munson over to Price. Ball's loose, but Price holds it. DeSanto's got it. Norristown down by 6. Coming down to 25 seconds. Under 20. There goes over to Strakowski. She's out too far for this shot. To Price. Price gives it to Jessica Munson. Munson launches off the rim. Battle for the board controlled by East. East to Schellinger. Schellinger to Noonan. They're on the break. Ball goes too far. The clock stops to 6.5 seconds, and Norristown's going to have to hustle.
Yeah, I can't believe Boyertown isn't pressing them. Now, here it is.
Jessica Munson inbound. There it is. Kelly on the dribble. Quickly. Kelly's going to have to launch a shot. And we're going to have a foul.
All right, we're going to have a foul.
Number 43, Soydam on the foul. She knew she committed a bad foul, Frank. She held her hands over her eyes right away. There's 1.6 seconds
a couple shots here will put us right back in this ball game. It's
1-1.
30 to 24.
Eagles down by 6. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. There goes. Ball knocked away. Ball does not count. Halftime, and the Eagles really came back, Frank, after that early shooting by Boyertown.
I'll tell you, Jim, the score is not as bad as the game seemed to make it appear. But I'll tell you, I cannot believe the shooting percentage of Boyertown.
Okay, some halftime stats real quickly before we cut away for a little bit. For the visiting Boyertown team, the high scorer is Kristen East with 10. Elka Groth has 6, Amber Miller with 4, Melissa East with 4. Only person in foul trouble is Janet Topol with 3 fouls. Amber Miller and Kristen East also have 2. For the Lady Eagles, Nancy Strakowski finding that long-range bomb with 10 points. Tracy DeSanto with 6, Jen Price with 4. Lardita Rideout coming off the bench and nabbing 3. Jessica Munson with 1. But the big stat, I think, Frank, are the fouls. Tracy DeSanto, Lardita Rideout, one of the starters, the 6th man off the bench, both saddled with 3 fouls. And that could be an ominous sign for later in this game.
Jim, I have to believe the girls from Boyertown have been playing together for a couple years. They seem to know just what everybody's doing, where they're going, and so on. And that's a big advantage. You know, in basketball, the longer 5 people play together, the better they are at setting up plays and knowing They can read each other's minds after a while. And that's where Norristown is at a disadvantage. This is essentially a new team.
3 senior starters, that would account for that. Once again, score at halftime, Boyertown 30, the Lady Eagles 24, and we will be back in approximately 8.5 minutes for second half play. Once again, a thanks for our statistician who stepped in literally on the spur of the moment, 10th grader Frislanda Nogita. Looking forward to playing in the second game and helping us out, and we thank her very much.